Last week, there was a story that came out of Ghana where they had a Chinese man that was honored and given a title of development chief due to his $5,000 investment into the area. And of course, the Chinese, they're trying to get access to the resources. They're not doing anything to be just great people or want to do some humanitarian things. No, they're just trying to get access for themselves. So we all understand that. But when the photo came out and many of the brothers and sisters seen that they had the Chinese man on their shoulders, many people were upset, even within Ghana as well. Many people saying comments like, you see, Phil, this is why I don't want to go to Africa. You see what they do? They putting people that's trying to oppress them on their shoulders. They're honoring everybody else but themselves. Look at what they're doing, Phil. You want us to go to that? You want us to leave Babylon and go over there? Why would I do that? I mean, I even though I could be killed at any moment, even though I can get a knee to my neck and the cop, nothing happens to them, even though people just, go to the streets and protest and we're doing everything else they're doing. Why would I want to go over there? Even though I can get shot in the back about 20 times, even though the police can run in your house right now and kill you. And then the best thing your family going to get is a settlement. But why would I go over there, Phil? Even though that's a lot better than what they're doing over there. But we're not putting Chinese on our shoulders. We're not doing that. We know better than that in the diaspora. Now, you're right. We won't physically put a Chinese person or any person on our shoulders. We won't. Matter of fact, we won't put another black person on our shoulders. Physically or where I'm about to go financially. We won't do it. So let's not even go there. But let's really go to what we're doing here in America. Because see, one thing I'm going to have to tell y'all, you got to stop with all this, I'm so much better than other people within the community crap. I don't care where you come from. You could be here. You could be on a continent. You could be in the Caribbean. All this, I see this going on all over the place. We're better than them. We ain't like this. We don't do that. Like, come on. Because every last one of you, with precision, I can point out why you have no room to talk. None. But I'm only talking to only those that made those comments about, see, Phil, this is why, you want us to go to that. Now, first and foremost, I don't want you nowhere. I don't want you to go nowhere. Because most of you that's doing that talking never even left your state. Most of you haven't even left your neighborhood. Most of you haven't even seen the continental United States. So forget talking about going to some other continent on the other side of the world. OK, but usually those kind of people are the loudest in the room. And I don't understand why you're so loud. It's like I really believe deep in your heart, you're afraid. You're afraid that if enough people leave and you get caught in a situation, you're going to be like, they left me. Because, that'd be the same people that say, they left us over here and we suffering. That'd be the same people that say that. But let's talk about the Chinese man, okay? What if I was to say that the majority of you who was talking about you're not going to ever go over there because look what the Chinese is doing, or look at what they're doing with the Chinese? What if I told you that you're doing a lot worse with the Chinese or Asians or Lebanese or Indians or whoever else coming to our community? What if I told you financially you're doing the same thing? See, you disgusted because you see the picture physically, but you're not disgusted at yourself. Now you say, what do you mean by that? See, financially, we have done that in America to that same man. See, that same man could come over here to America, open up a business in the black community, and we would literally do the exact same thing that you saw in that picture out of Ghana with our money. We would lift this man up and put this man up on our shoulders and let this man be honored and respected over other black people within our own community. Now, some of you may say, well, Phil, see, it's not the same because the immigrants come in, the government gives them set-asides. Okay, some of that is true. But what's one thing the government can't guarantee? What's one thing the government can't tell them this is going to happen? We can guarantee you this. The government cannot guarantee your support or mine to them financially. They can't guarantee that. They can give them money to get started, but they can't guarantee their customer base. And they won't. So when you in the black community go over to Mr. Lee's Chinese shack, serving you the worst food ever, and matter of fact, Mr. Lee go open up a Chinese shack and don't even want to hire a lot of you. He bring his own people in to work a lot of times. People here that comes in illegal a lot of times to work over there to serve you food that they don't really want to feed themselves. You take your black dollars and literally lift this man up on your shoulders. You rather go over there to him or go over to their beauty supply stores or nail shops and everything else that you rather go do within your own community. Put all your black dollars into their community. What do they do with that money? Most of you who don't know this, most immigrants, they send money back to their communities. They send money back to their countries. So for every dollar that you giving them, that is 6 Chinese yuan. Okay? They keep sending money back to their people, and their families can live a lot better life by off of your black dollars that you're providing for them every day, every week. You will pass up black businesses in our own neighborhoods to go over there to Mr. Lee, to whatever he's offering. Mr. Lee is better than other black people. Matter of fact, you don't pocket watch Mr. Lee. You give all, Mr. Lee could put look, he'd come over here, open up a business in the black community, and Mr. Lee's kids, they're driving the best cars, they dress good. Mr. Lee can afford to send his kids to Harvard, to Yale, to Brown University, all kind of expensive universities Mr. Lee can afford off of you because you chose to uplift Mr. Lee and put him on your shoulders. So how can we really talk about that picture when we do it all the time? We have seen videos, and we've covered them here, where we have said, stay out those nail shops. What do a lot of them go do? Go right back to that nail shop, elevating other people over us, literally doing exactly what you saw in that picture. Their whole life, they don't even go to the Mzungu community to make their money. They come to ours. Indians come to our community and open up convenience stores. Lebanese come to our community and make their money too, to send back to their families. See, that same Chinese person also could take your black dollars and go to the African continent and start businesses and grow there too. Because the yuan don't go as far as the American dollar. So they can take your same black dollars and go open up shop and do everything else they want to do in the African continent off of your black dollars. Some of your black dollars are operating in the African continent right now, but it's not going through black hands, it's through the Chinese hands. It's because you, the one, elevated them and gave them the money. We are the only community in this country. And this, to be honest with you, I don't care about people respecting me and liking me, but I'm going to tell you part of the reason why we get the flack that we get as black Americans. Okay. We will sit here and pass up our own businesses to go to Mr. Lee and Mr. Patel over here and whoever else that we going to, right? But let you go open up a business in Chinatown. Let you set up shop in Chinatown. Watch how long you last there. They're not going to pass up their Chinese businesses for you. They're going to support their own. Every community does that. They support their own businesses. They don't pass over their own people for them. And then what they other people don't do as well, like black folks like to do. Like I said, that's like a pet peeve of mine, pocket watching. Y'all horrible with that. You don't want to see not a now black person have nothing, not even a little bit. You don't want to see it. And listen, black men and women who are in business, whether you're in small business or your business is doing very well, let me know in the comment section that when you start having just a little success, how much the pocket watching started with black folks. Not with the Mzungu, not with the Chinese or Lebanese or Indian or none of these other groups. It has been people within our own community pocket watching you, trying to count your money, what you getting or what they think you should be getting, or telling you what you should be doing. Well, so you wouldn't be in business. It wouldn't be for the black community. No, they wouldn't be in business if they didn't put in the hard work. That's why they're in business. No business is community property, sir or ma'am. But you're not telling the Chinese why aren't they doing so and so for the black community, and because black dollars is going over there. You're not having no requirements for none of these other groups. See, these other groups could be put up on your shoulders with no problem. Their families may come to this country not having much, some of them, but it don't take long because of your support. While they getting bigger houses than you, their kids going to better schools than you, they dress it better than you, they live in safer environments, they can take trips to China and anywhere else they want to go off of you. So how can we sit up here and point out them and we not pointing out ourselves? Oh, I know you don't like this conversation. I know you don't like it, but it's the truth. Get mad if you want, not like it, whatever you want to do. But you know it's the truth financially. We always trying to put down other black people in business, or try to say what one person told me one time is that, well, at the black nail salons, they it's a little higher than what the Chinese charge. Do you think the Chinese will go to you if you set up a nail salon in their community because you charge $20 cheaper, or go to their own? See, they understand about being on code. The best code ever is financial. All that talk and all the things y'all be doing that don't cost nothing and can't move nothing. It takes money to build. It takes great ideas to build. It takes wisdom to build, but you got to have the money. And we don't want to be on code financially. See, financially, we're all businesses matter. Financially. Y'all say Black Lives Matter all you want, but when it comes to your money, all businesses matter. But when it comes to those other communities, Chinese businesses matter. Hispanic businesses matter. Mzungu businesses matter. See, that's the thing. And that's why these other groups be looking at us funny and just disrespecting us, because they will say this. They are silly. They go pass up their own people to come to me. I mean, I'm gonna take their money, but I'm like, that's kind of silly. It is silly. It's the silliest asinine thing that we do as Black America. It is. We are all businesses matter. That's how we are financially. Everybody can be propped up. But the moment you see a black person being successful, all of a sudden out of pocket watching and you looking funny. You look at that dude, what's that? Because he popped in my mind. DJ Vlad, right? He set up there, built his whole thing off of black people. Are y'all pocket watching him? You know, I was told that he stays in Calabasas and he do very well for himself. I heard he makes about 7 figures off of the black community. That's another person. Y'all propped up on your shoulders. Y'all running over there to go talk with him. Why don't y'all pocket watching him? See, that's why people don't respect us. And that's why he made comments that being disrespectful to the Minister Farrakhan and being disrespectful to this one. That's why and try to get involved in our conversations about reparations. He do that because he don't respect black people. He don't respect us. Why? Because you stood up there and gave him everything. Once again, lifting another group of people on your shoulders, just like that picture. So you need to be quiet about anything that you say. Well, but the government do this and this. Okay, and they can say, and from what I've talked to Africans, they say the governments do the same thing. They allow them to do this, they allow them to do that. So it's a government problem all the way around. But at the end of the day, the governments can do whatever they want to do in America and the African continent. At the end of the day, it goes back to, are you supporting them? Are you lifting them up on your shoulders, physically or financially? Are you all businesses matter? Because that's what it looked like in Black America. but you want to ridicule them for that picture? You're worse than them in a lot of instances. We're literally covered videos of what brothers like Tyrone Muhammad defending black women's honor, and then turn right around and go back to those people's businesses. They beating you in beauty supply stores, knocking out teeth, and you go right back into their businesses. They are abusive to black Americans, and you still go back. Because all businesses matter to you. All businesses matter. Not black businesses matter. All businesses matter. I know some of you don't like this commentary, but it's reality. If we're going to talk about unification, let's talk about it for real, for real. Stop with all this, I'm better than you, I'm not like you, we're this, we're that, because trust me, we all got issues, no matter where we live, and none of us is better than anybody. I'm not better than nobody in the Caribbean. I'm not better than anyone that's on the continent of Africa. I'm not better than any of our brothers and sisters that's in Latin America, Central America, South America, wherever we at. I'm not better than nobody. I'm just a brother. But don't be coming around here acting entitled, being hypocritical, because you're learning that from the Mzungu. You know, the Mzungu 1 minute say Kyle Rittenhouse is a hero for killing 2 Black Lives Matter protesters that are white. But then the next minute, oh, it's so horrible what happened to the sheriff's deputies in LA. Well, which one is it? Are we going to celebrate people getting killed? Oh, it's horrible. See, it's a hypocrisy. Stop taking cues from the Mzungu. That's why I tell you, you got to get out of Babylon, because you have literally turned into him. His arrogance, his hypocrisy. We as black people, we are not better than anybody in our global black family. Sure, some things that we would never do that others are doing, but hey, it's about, you know, giving the knowledge and information, because when you know better, you do better. It's just that simple. But let's not do that, folks. Let's not do that, all that. I'm not going because of this, because you don't have a leg to stand on at all. Definitely when it comes to money and supporting business. Remember, most black folks are all businesses matter. You don't even want to boycott anything. You don't want no inconvenience. See, you easily say, it's easy for us not to vote because it's not inconveniencing us not to vote. But let them say, stop going over here. I'm just giving a corporation, for example. Hey, stop shopping at Walmart for about 120 days. Let's see what Walmart do. Oh, no, that's difficult for you. Because that's going to inconvenience you. See, a lot of you don't want to be inconvenienced. It's easy to do things that don't cost us nothing, which is sitting at home on election night. They don't cost us nothing. It's a powerful statement, but it doesn't cost us anything. It doesn't cost anything to our lives to be disrupted. Like the brothers and sisters during the civil rights movement. At least I have that respect for them. They disrupted their whole life to boycott, especially the Montgomery bus boycott. They inconvenienced their life over a year. You don't want to inconvenience your life, not even 2 weeks. Which we can get a whole lot more done as a community if we do strategic boycotts. Especially right now with the economy in the tank. We can get our reparations if we strategically boycott it. But that's gonna cause some inconvenience. So let's not wag our fingers at anybody on the continent of Africa. And you on the continent of Africa, don't you wag your fingers at us either. Because you're not in a position to wag your finger either. People in the Caribbean, don't you wag your finger at us either. No one should be wagging their finger at each other. We all the same. We different. Yes, we speak different languages. But at the end of the day, we're still a global black family. Let's keep the Mzungu attitude out of our global community. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with this, commentary. Because like I said, these kind of commentaries have to be had. I know some of you are going to be mad, and that's fine. But, I'm not lying about anything when it comes to us financially in America with this all businesses matter spending. Stop passing up black businesses. Stop pocket watching. Stop all that. Stop trying to dictate to black people what they should do with the money they have earned, because you're not doing that with the other groups who's earning black dollars too. Just Well, we just need to do a lot better, folks.